Credit Diva here. Thanks for tuning in today. By the time this video is uploaded, we will be officially in 2020, a brand new decade. So I wanted to pop on today, as you can see in the description of this video, I wanted to pretty much explain to you what it was that I was doing for 2020. And it's not so much as far as resolutions are concerned, it's more so what affirmations I'm making for my life or what I'm trying to speak into my life. And for me, it is through vision boards. Vision boards are not anything that is a right or wrong. It's basically based on what it is that you want to obtain in your life and what you want to see come to fruition in your life, if I'm saying that word right. But anyway, so we're going to jump right into what it is that I have. I'm going to show you how I do my whole vision board. And again, it's not a right and wrong. It's just how you choose to do it for yourself. And for me, it's a little bit different than others. So stay tuned and then we'll get into it. Okay, so first things first, with a vision board, most people, it's called a vision board. So of course it would be on some type of board. Like for example, if you have like a whiteboard or something in an office or a room, you could post your items on that, or a cork board. Some people use foam boards that you get at the Dollar Tree. But for me, I'm redoing my office space and I don't have a cork board. Well, I will have one in there, but that's not where I want to put my vision board on. With my vision board, I'm actually going to have them framed. So each item or each component of my vision for my life, I'm going to have each one of those components framed, and I'm going to have them use the little 3M strips like the Velcro one, and I'm going to actually put them on my wall. So they'll be displayed, and every day I will look at them and determine if I am taking the steps necessary in order to achieve my overall goals for the year. There's so many other videos on YouTube that you could go to and see how other people do their vision boards, and people have been doing this for like years. For me, this is the first time. I mean, I'm like a list person, so I'll do a list, but that don't mean I'm necessarily looking at that list every day. So some stuff that's on that list that I say I'm gonna do throughout the year, it may not get done because I'm not looking at it every day. With that said, I want to make another point. You cannot just write something down and expect for it to be given to you, expect for it just to happen because you wrote it down. It doesn't work like that. How it works is once you write something down, you have to put in the work in order to make that something happen or come to reality. So the first thing with my vision board, I had seen someone, I can't really remember what video I had looked at on YouTube, but she likes to start her vision board off with a quote. And for me, I started mine off with a quote as well. My quote for 2020 is, "A dream written down with a date becomes a goal broken down into steps become a plan backed by actions make your dreams a reality." And I don't know who's made that quote or anything like that. I had seen it, I think, on Instagram, and whoever it was, if I definitely can find it, I'll put it in here, but it didn't have a name beside it. It's just a saying or a quote that I really liked, and so I'm using that as the quote on my vision board. Each one of my items that I have listed, each item has a goal, and then it has a plan in order to achieve that goal. So first is home. So my overall goal for 2020 is that I want to remodel my kitchen and my master bath, and I want to, along with the bathroom, do the closet as well. So that's the overall goal. So my plan is for the kitchen and master bathroom, I want to have a budget of $3,000 to $5,000 roughly. I'll be determining the layout, I'll be getting the measurements, determine the materials needed. I'll be researching contractors, opposed to if both Sean and I want to do it ourselves. That will be a huge DIY because we are not contractors, even though I believe I'm a contractor at some point, but anyway, we'll talk about that later. Also, I need to determine for the kitchen what appliances I will be replacing and needing, and then for both locations what fixtures, etc. that I'll be needing just to kind of decorate the place and make it look nice. Now for the closet, the budget for the closet is anywhere from $500 to $1,000, which I truly believe we will probably get that number closer to the $500 amount, but the max will be $1,000. Again, I'm going to determine the layout. I'm going to plan out each item's home in the closet, and what that means is, I think I might have read it in an Oprah book or something like that, where it says assign each particular item in your closet a home. So what that means is, like, for example, if you have socks, workout clothes, jewelry, earrings, sunglasses, assign each one of those items a specific location in your closet, and then that way you just won't have it thrown all over the place, when you use it or when you're wearing it, once you wash it or take it off, you can then replace it to its assigned area, its assigned home, and then that way everything stays kind of organized. Very smart. I love that. So the next category is career development. So my goal for career development is to be more consistent in building my YouTube platform. I also want to build business credit, and I'll get into that. Those are my goals. So the plan as far as YouTube is concerned is that I will definitely be uploading a minimum of 2 videos every week. I'm definitely going to try to upload it on a Wednesday and a Friday, and then that means I can record on over the weekend, and then I can upload them on Wednesday and Friday. There will be probably some extra videos that are in there, but it will be a minimum of 2 videos a week. So the next thing for YouTube in increasing or building my platform would be, I'm going to write out all ideas for content. I am, as I mentioned before, I do write lists, but a lot of times those lists are not looked at all the time or every day. So they kind of, get put here, get put there, everywhere. So what I decided to do, I'm a person who loves journals and books and notebooks and things like that. So I found this journal here at CVS, and I think I got it, I had like a 40% off coupon that CVS sent me. So I went and purchased this, and it was maybe $4. So in this, what I did, anytime I have ideas that I found around the house from other notebooks, I rip them out and I put everything in one location so I can keep everything together as far as my ideas. So there's a lot of content ideas here, but also what I found I was introduced to actually was I went to Office Max or maybe Staples, can't really remember which one it was, but I found these large index cards, and it was a pack of 100. So the pack of 100, for me, I like to go by the rule of 100, and I'll have another video for you all explaining exactly what that is. But bottom line, the rule of 100 is if you do something 100 times over and over and over and over and over again, you become an expert at it, and you get so good at it, and it becomes like a habit. So being that I have that pack of 100, I want to go through all of those actual cards and write out all content ideas that I have on each card for the number of videos that I plan on having each month. So let's say for January, I've already written out all 8 video ideas for the month of January. And not only for the month of January, I've even went ahead and started working on the video ideas that I have for the month of February. So this basically will help me stay kind of organized and control the different content ideas that I have from the items that I've already written down. I can then move them to the cards as to when I will then have to record those videos and get that information out to you guys. So that is basically what my process will be in order to get those 2 videos out every week and to write down all my content ideas, keep them in one place to get it out to you all. All right, as far as business credit, in building business credit, there is some information that that I've also been researching and looking more into as far as building credit for my business. You have to have credit for your business in order for you to have things placed under your business, whether it's a LLC or if I want to move all of that into a trust, because it protects me personally as far as a lot of things will not necessarily be in my personal name, but it will be under the business. So if for some reason, God forbid, which I doubt is going to happen, something happens, with the business and, that part of it goes under, then it will not affect me personally. It will not affect my credit personally. So as far as my business, I want to develop a website. I definitely need that website. I had one for a little bit, but I did not like the way that I had set it up. So I'm probably going to get some help from a friend of mine who is in the website development field. He's definitely going to help me build that website and have everything on there that I truly want, whether it be a blog, you being able to purchase certain items from the site, information being on the site, contact information, you know, different things like that that I want on the site. He will definitely help me with that. I want to revamp. I have a credit booklet that I wrote, real simple, quick, direct to the point as far as what you need to do, especially if you want to do self-help credit repair. So I'm going to revamp that credit booklet. The next thing that I want to work on as far as the credit consulting business is that I want to work on a home purchase course. So that is everything for career development. So my next category is friendship. So my goal for friendship is I want to definitely do more weekend girl trips, and I want to do monthly meetups, because the main thing is when you have friendships, if you don't stay connected in some way, your bond kind of gets distant. And you know, when you do, well, for some of my friends that do, others it's more so like we pick up right where we drop off. So for me, the plan to do that is once we do get together, we're going to determine what we would like to do, where we want to go, and we're going to plan that thing, and we're gonna do it. As far as birthdays, I think it's important to get with your girls, or you know, your guys, because I do have a guy best friend. And birthdays, get together on your birthday. Shopping would be another thing. Like I said, I'm a thrifter. I have several friends that like to thrift shop, and then I have friends that they're not really thrifters because they don't like the whole hunt. Me, I will hunt for hours. I just love it. And then another thing is crafting. I know that one of my friends, we used to craft, I think for maybe 2 or 3 years, we would always get together and do some type of craft decorative item for Christmas. We didn't do it this year because I believe it's because we were just so consumed with work, and we really just didn't get together, and our times kind of are not in a line. But it's all good. She knows I love her, and you know, she loves me, and we're gonna get back to our craft life. So that's basically everything I have for friendship. Then the next one is education. So for me, I need to go back and renew my real estate license. So I had my license, I had them, but what had happened was I didn't take that ongoing education. And when you don't take that ongoing education that's required, it's going to cancel out everything. And if you don't renew your real estate license when you need to renew it, you have to start all over again. So that's what happened to me. So I have to take the class and everything all over again. So the plan to achieving that goal, I'm going to research the dates that they have available for the classes. There are 2 locations that I can take the classes at. I'm going to determine which one of those I want to take the class at. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be where I initially went when I initially got my real estate license. And then I have the ultimate cost, which is now $200 to $400, and then my ultimate goal, or the main goal, is that I want to have that bad boy completed by April of 2020. That gives me, you know, time to get everything together, and as long as I have it completed by April 2020, I'm good to go with this overall goal. Next goal is finances. So the overall goal is that I want to save $10,000 this year. And the reason I'm trying to save $10,000 is because I'm trying to get a beach house. And that has been a goal of mine for quite some time. I didn't put it on this vision board for 2020 because I don't plan on purchasing the beach house this year. If I'm able to, or if the opportunity shows itself, then I'll move forward and, you know, kind of navigate that. But it's not the overall goal for 2020. I'll let you guys know. You'll see it when it's on my vision board for whatever year that is. So my ultimate goal is to save $10,000 for the year 2020, just to go towards that purchase of my beach house. My next goal is I have a 30-year mortgage on my home that I purchased about 6 years ago. I am currently paying additional amount of money on that mortgage every month so that I can pay that mortgage off in 15 years opposed to 30. So I do have that on there where basically I'm just going to continue to pay that amount to get that mortgage paid off in 15 years or less. If I do have extra money, I will also pay that towards principal just to get that balance down to where we can get that sucker paid off earlier. Also, my son is currently my oldest son is currently in college, and I don't want him to have any student loans like I did when I came out of school. So he had a small amount of student loans that he has to pay, and so a part of saving to anything extra that I have, I'm definitely going to pay towards his student loans because I don't want him coming out of college with a lot of student loan debt. And then the last thing is to have 0 debt, and that's just like credit cards that I have, just zero debt. I know that the mortgage is not going to be paid off this year, but it's a goal that I'm pushing towards. So if for some reason there is, you know, extra money, I will push it to whatever I need to pay off in order to get me closer to that zero debt. That one will probably be on my vision board every single year until I am completely debt free. So the plan to achieve all these financial goals is on Pinterest. And if you don't have a Pinterest account, if you're anything like me, I don't know where my life was before Pinterest, but it has all these different little savings ideas, and you know, it gives you a breakdown of what you should save every week or every 2 weeks in order to achieve a goal over a certain amount of time. So I remember using the same plan when I saved $10,000 before, when I had gotten my home initially. I'm using this same plan to save the $10,000 again. So I know if I did it once, I would definitely be able to do it again. So I'm going to follow that $10,000 savings plan. If you're interested in that, please check the description box. I'll go ahead and post it there or link it there to where you'll be able to see it on Pinterest. Also, I have become comfortable with having no spend months. And what that is that you're basically just focusing on using your money to what your needs are. No wants will be purchased that month at all. So you would have to look in as far as entertaining yourself on the weekends, when you're going out with friends, meals, lunches at work, different things, even for your kids. No spend months have become something that I'm just comfortable with now, and I'm okay with having no spend months. So the plan is to have 4 no spend months this year, and that would basically, it's equivalent to 1 no spend month every 3 months. I haven't really determined what months I'm gonna do yet, or did I? Let me look to my cards, because a no spend month, or the process of a no spend month, is something that I want to kind of talk to you all about as well. So I will be doing a video on that. And actually, yes, I did write out what months this year I plan on doing no spend months. So I'll be having no spend month in February, in May, in September, and again in December. So I know most of you are like, December, how are you going to do that? I'll have a video to talk about that as well. There won't be any spending in the month of December outside of my needs. So we'll talk about that in another video as well. And I think that video probably will come up in February. I think that's on my February list. And I'm telling you, these cards help me out so much. The next thing would be meal planning every month and meal prepping every week. I'll be going over this as well, kind of giving you some videos on what it is that I do. There are tons of videos on YouTube in regards to meal planning and meal prepping. I've looked at several of those videos. I've been inspired by several of those videos, but I've had to change things around to where it works for me and my family. And that's the same thing that you would do. So for my videos, if it inspires you, you take what the information, the bottom line of the foundation information is, and you move forward to make it work for you and your family. And then the final part of the plan is, my goal is, or excuse me, the plan is $500 a month will be just for debt. So the best thing that I can do when I'm saving $500 a month is from my full-time job. Through payroll, they allow you to take certain amounts out from your actual payroll, and you can put that money into several different accounts if you like. So I plan on taking $250 out of each one of my paychecks, because I get paid twice a year, or twice a month, depending on how many weeks is in that month. And it will take that $250 and put it into an account which I would only pay my debt out of. So once that $250, that month amount has been paid, then I will take that $500 amount and I will allot it to whatever debt item that I'm going to be paying, either paying off or paying down. So that's how things are going to work. Financial goal. Went over education. The next goal that I have is travel. So here's my travel page, and I have them in this these little page protectors just so I won't waste anything on them until I get them in the frames. So under travel, my goal is I want to do a family cruise this year. I have a young son that is 5 and he loves trains. So this year we want to take, if not one, maybe 2 or 3 different train rides just to kind of give him the experience of being on the train, and we talk about it and he learns from that. So I want to do a local train ride with him. I also have a plan on here for St. Lucia. We'll talk about that a little more. It's kind of intertwining with one of my other goals. And I also want to visit Atlanta to visit family. So the plan is, so for the family cruise, when me and Sean had went on a cruise in December of 2018, the cruise did not visit one of the ports, so he and I both get a discount on our tickets as far as when we plan another cruise. So we're going to definitely do that. And I need to determine if we're going to go through an agent, just so we have everybody that is interested in going on the cruise. And that would probably also be a good way of having other family members that are interested in going on this cruise, the kids and whatnot, all of that to kind of come together and it be a fun thing for the entire family. So that's basically what I plan on doing. So I'm going to call Carnival or kind of compare different cruise ships. So if you guys have had great experiences with other cruise lines, please list that below. I'd greatly appreciate it. Or if you had like a family reunion on a cruise line or a different cruise line, but Carnival is the only one that Sean and I have been on. So that's the only one we're kind of, baselining everything at, but I'm definitely interested in hearing about other cruise line and what amenities and opportunities that they have. As far as the local train ride, there are different local trains or local train rides here in the area, so we're definitely going to be calling. And they're cheap. They're like maybe $17 a person. So we're definitely going to do a couple of those with SJ, and I know I definitely want to do one around his birthday in May. So that's one of the plans that I have, and make sure I get that booked, especially in May. So I'm going to hold off on the St. Lucia one until the final category, and then we'll talk more into that. And then the next thing was get with the ATL family to determine a good time to visit. On here I have April, but like I said, if that kind of flows into the overall cruise and people are interested in doing that, then we might move forward with that. It only depends what opportunity, comes up and out of that. So that's all I have for travel. The next thing that I have is physical health. Now, your girl loves some donuts, okay? Your girl like donuts, cakes, oatmeal cakes, but as she continues to age in life, or as she continues to age, those things like to stay on her body because she does not work out on a normal basis like she should. Yes, she is me. And because of that, I have gained a lot of weight since I had my last son. And it's just not coming off as easy as it came off when I had my first son. So my goal is to lose 50 pounds immediately. And I'm not saying immediately meaning that I'm going to go on some type of crash diet and not eat well or anything like that. No. The plan is that I have to set up my workout planner. And through my full-time job, they have the insurance that I have, the health insurance that I have, allows you to set up like a health plan, and they pay you for different plan categories that you set up and when you obtain those goals that you set up for yourself. So I'm definitely going to set that up because you don't want to leave no money on the table when it comes to health insurance. Anything they give me, I'm taking. So I'm going to do that. I also got a Fitbit 2 years ago that my mother had gave me. So I do wear this every day, and I track the number of steps that I take, but it also gives me my heart rate. It tells me how long I've worked out. It also monitors my sleep, which is very important because I really generally don't get 8 hours of sleep, but I'm ultimately going to focus on getting 8 hours of sleep every day, which would mean that I wouldn't have to go to bed early, and sometimes that's kind of difficult, but I'm going to work on it. We'll see what happens. So the type of diet that I'm going to be on, I'm going to eat well, but I'm going to eat more so foods that benefit your body opposed to processed foods, foods that are full and heavy in sugar. So it's going to be more so geared towards a keto diet where it's low carb, and the fat will be there, like good fats like avocados, nuts, things like that. So that'll be the type of diet that I have. I do love salads. So that will become a huge part of my overall meal plans. but there will be other things in there as well. But overall, it's going to be real low carb, and it's going to contain a lot of salads. For breakfast, I'm generally not a breakfast eater, but I have to start doing something for breakfast in order to keep myself from craving sugar. And I've learned that if you eat some type of fat in the morning, good fat, avocado, again, avocado nuts, some type of good fat in the morning, that it keeps you from, it balances out your overall cravings for sugar. So I have down here, I'm going to eat or drink breakfast. That would be a smoothie per se, even though some smoothies may have sugar in it just because of the fruit. But I'm going to kind of limit that, and I'm going to have different things that I will be eating for breakfast, so that I'm going to plan out. I do have on here that I plan on working out 3 to 4 times a week. However, with the month of January, I have this Jillian Michaels 30-day shred video that I've had for years, and it just seems like I can just get through the first 10 days, and then I just kind of, it's done. I don't do any more of it. So my goal is to get through the whole month of January doing Jillian Michaels, beginning with New Year's Day. So you go a whole 30 days. So opposed to it being 3 to 4 days a week for 40 to 60 minutes, with the Jillian Michaels one, the 30-day shred, you're doing 22 minutes a day, something like that. You're doing it every single day, but it's incorporating weights. So you're doing weights and cardio to get the biggest, weight loss, and to shred you quickly in that 30-day time frame. So I'm going to stick with that. The next thing is weight train. That will again fall into the whole Jillian Michaels process, or for the Jillian Michaels video for the first. And if I have a picture of that, I'll probably try to put a video in of that actual workout that I have. And then after that, I have other things that I plan on doing. I do not have a gym membership. I do not plan on going to the gym. I feel like with the home, I purchased a home 6 years ago. I have several rooms in that home. I have several TVs. I have a DVD player. I have a Blu-ray disc player, and several PlayStation and Xboxes. I can work out at home for free. I do not have to go to a gym to work out. And then ultimately, 10-day smoothie cleanse. I plan on doing that once a month, and I want to do it for 3 months. I'm not saying that I'm going to do it 3 months in a row. It might be every other month, but I do want to do it at least 3 months in the year of 2020. So finally, I'm coming to my last category, which is family life. And what that category is that anything that you want to obtain or achieve with your overall family. But for me, the main thing right now in family life is that on December the 25th, on Christmas Day, I actually did get engaged. And being that I got engaged, that's kind of what's going to spearhead everything. Losing the 50 pounds, getting my body, in shape, but then also wedding planning. So this will be my family life right now will be wedding planning. Now this is not the only focus of my of my family life. This is just what the main overall goal would be, wedding planning. I have not determined a date. I have not determined colors. I have not determined hardly anything. But the first weekend in January, I'm sure we're going to kind of lock that stuff down so we can actually get definite plans in place. So I really hope that this information has inspired you all to do your own vision board for 2020. And even if you don't do your vision board until the end of January, by all means, it's your vision board. There's no right and wrong way. There's no right time and wrong time to do it. You do it when you get ready to do it, and just put your dreams out there. Dream big. Put whatever it is that you see for yourself, and go for your goals. Until the next video, guys, I hope you have a great day and Happy New Year.